Busia woman Representative Florence Mutua was literally walking into a den of lions when she tabled a bill proposing stiff custodial penalties on perverts and sex pests in a male-dominated parliament.
Mr. Speaker, first and foremost,
the bill that sought to improve the Sexual Offences Act, popularly known as the Njokindongo Act, proposed a list of behaviors that would pass for ordinary day-to-day conduct, especially by men. These include winking at a person of the opposite sex, ogling or looking at a person of the other gender lustfully, and criminalising unwanted bodily contact in public places such as entertainment joints, ferries, or even matatus.
Winking is very common in the streets, in the marketplaces. These are actually sexual offences.
Indecent assault is two-way, that it does not originate from men only but also from women.
But when the bill was put to a vote at the second reading stage,
as many as of that opinion say aye. Aye. As many as of a contrary opinion say nay.
Nay. The menfolk in the August House conspired to kick out the proposed law, terming it activist, populist, and impossible to implement.
As many as of a contrary opinion say nay. Nay. The nays have it.
Mutua had in the bill specifically targeted men who make unwarranted bodily contact with women in ferries and other means of public transport and proposed a 5-year jail term for offenders.
When they are crossing and they're in the ferry, people come and men rather come and stand behind them and do indecent acts, and they have no way to report because that indecent act is not in the law.
The male lawmakers had raised questions on the proposals, with Speaker Justin Muturi last week pointing Mutua to what he deemed implementation challenges in the bill, triggering debate in the House. The male lawmakers arguing that the proposed law could be abused, misinterpreted, or even used to settle scores.
I gave the example of people traveling in a ferry, and that the instances of people being touched on, or I don't know, are they exposed? Because unless they are nude.
Even as you crisscross each other, they want to, maybe make sure that their bodies have touched your breast.
Like when you look at a train that normally come from Maradaima to town, if the driver applied brakes, obviously people must meet, and you cannot avoid that.
But the controversial clauses clouded debate on critical proposals in the bill that were meant to protect victims of sexual offences, particularly children. Mutua in the bill had proposed to criminalise out-of-court settlements on sexual offences involving minors.
Honourable members, that means that bill has now died.
The Sexual Offences Amendment Bill of 2016 can only be reintroduced after 6 months. Francis Gachuri, Citizen Business Center.